Hey Eugenia, what is up? It's Dustin. So, I wanted to make you a video today, and I don't know. I thought this would just kind of be a improv video, kind of. I just kind of, I guess, wanted to talk. Um, Mainly about the internet, because the internet is just it has so many great things and fun things to do, and you can meet people and watching stuff and everything. I don't know what I'd do without the internet. It's kind of hard to imagine the world before internet and everything else. And I can't imagine going through the COVID pandemic without any internet. That would be like crazy. There'd be like, no way to connect except for like telephone or something to call someone. But unfortunately, as you know, it's just so toxic, especially this year in 2020. Gosh, it's just ridiculous, the amount of people getting hate and everything. Oh gosh, it's just people are so angry online, and it's just sad. It just makes me sad. That people are choosing hate over love. It's like people have a choice. They can choose to react to something in a positive way, but a lot of people just kind of just go off their emotions and they just start typing stuff, and it's usually stuff they don't mean, and it's usually people that are very unhappy, and they're, I don't know, they're just taking it out on everyone else, and it's just really unfortunate. People aren't being more mindful and thinking how their words can really affect everyone else and making a conscious effort to actually do something positive, because something positive totally can be done this year, and it just starts with that one act of kindness, and that can turn someone's life around. It can turn someone's life around that someone is doing the kindness act to someone else, and doing a kindness act for someone in turn helps that person. And I don't think a lot of people realize that. It's just so easy for a lot of people to, choose anger right away and everything. And of course, go off of what other people are saying, because the internet is just full of, unfortunately, I don't like drama videos at all. There's just so much drama videos being made about other people to profit off of somebody else's misery. And I just think it's just real sad, profiting off of someone else having a hard time. And then more stuff is made up, and then the ball keeps rolling, and then everybody sees, this is very common, everybody sees what someone else is saying, and they're like, oh, well, that must be true. Well, I'm going to jump on the bandwagon, and, I'm going to go along with them. So there's a lot of following the herd. I think a lot of people can't think for themselves, and a lot of people tend to follow the herd and do what other people are doing. And oh, well, this person, bunch of comments are saying this, so it must be true. They don't realize that, unless you hear, the person you're talking about, unless you hear them say it, or them in real life, and you actually live with them and see them on a daily basis, you don't know what's going on, and a lot of people think they know what's going on just by what they read on the internet. And I would say at least 50% of what's on the internet isn't even true, and people, they don't, I guess that might not register for them, unfortunately, and it's just, I don't know, just kind of sad, so yeah, so I don't know, I wanted to make this video about positive internet experience and being positive on social media, and I know, Eugenia, your job is like all about social media, and you do an excellent job. You are amazing at what you do. I really think you have a gift at what you do, Eugenia. You really do. And I see it. When I see you, you're a beautiful person. I see your heart. I see your soul. I see who you are as a person. And how you are and how you interact with everybody. is just it's amazing, you know. That's why I love you so much. You're just a very special, amazing person. So so I just wanted to come up with this positive internet list here. I wrote down a bunch of positive internet things that I think could be real helpful for anybody, but there was like so many positive comments up until like this year, you know. And I know it's like a lot of influencers out there do deal with hate on a regular basis, sadly, and of course this year it just seems to be really horrible. So you know, I know being a public figure, you know, must be real difficult with, you know, having to say the right thing, and you're worried that if you don't do it this way, you know, that someone will say something. You know, it's like almost like you kind of have to walk on eggshells, it seems like, you know. And I'm so sorry that it seems, you know, that it's like that, it seems like, you know. I mean, I'm not a public figure, you know, like you are, so I don't know exactly what you deal with on a daily basis for that, but I can sure imagine, and I try and be as understanding as possible and put myself in your shoes and anyone else who's a public figure, you know, because you never know, you know, until you walk in someone's shoes, you don't know what it's like, what they're going through. So, and I try and remain very empathetic to that with everyone. So I just thought this list might help you. I'm sure a lot of this you've already thought of, you know, and it's just stuff that I thought would be really good stuff to do, or try and practice, maybe implement a few of them, because, you know, the internet, I mean, mental health, I know you're all about mental health, and I am all about mental health too, and the internet can be so bad for mental health, which can affect someone's whole life, you know. So I'm going to start with the list here and just kind of tell you about each one that I was thinking about. So, yeah, this is all about positive mental health and positive social media and internet experience. And this is for you, you know, this is to help you, because it's always good to protect yourself first. You're number one in your life. You're number one, and your family's number one, and the people you care about. So it's like, this is the best things to help you, and to hopefully not feel so inundated with negativity online. And I'll tell you after I'm done with the list what I do for social media to stay positive and stuff. So the first one, number one, is, and I think I sent you a message about this, is blocking and muting people. So I know you can pretty much block people on any platform, and Twitter, I know, has the mute feature, which is a very handy tool. I've used that too. So blocking people is always extremely helpful, and I know you know about blocking and muting. And I also understand that as a public figure, if you block people, you might be worried that they're going to get more upset and do something or whatever. So I totally understand that. If you don't feel this toxic person that you're dealing with, you might not be able to block them. But if you can mute them on Twitter, they won't even know that you muted them. So, you know, if they're still doing their negative thing, you have them muted, they have no idea, and you're protected and safe, and you're not having to look at that constant negative feed and everything. So yeah, the first one, blocking and muting people, that's just, I guess you got to take that as a case-by-case basis, and I've done both of them, and they've helped quite a bit. So, and the next one, and believe me, I know, this is your job. I know this is your business and your job, Eugenia, with what you do with your YouTube channel and your streaming and all your platforms. So, this is just recommend, like, I guess, like, suggestions that to think about that might be helpful for you. So you would know the best of what would be the most helpful here, but disabling comments on YouTube videos. I know you've done that a few times on a few of your videos, disabled comments. And it seemed to work pretty well. There was still likes and dislikes, but there was none of that negative feed in the comments. So you could, try disabling comments on a few videos to get some relief, because the YouTube comment section, seems to be the most negative to me. So yeah. So I mean, you could. I know everybody will see like, why is the comments disabled? What's going on? Because I don't know. People sometimes seem to be more focused on comment sections than the actual video, and I think that's sad. I think it's so important that because your videos are very positive and awesome. And it's like, I think people should be focusing on the content of the video, not what everyone's saying in the comments section. So I think YouTube should do a lot better job with protecting their YouTube community, especially their positive YouTubers like you, Eugenie. I really think they should do a better job. I mean, if I worked for YouTube, I would be fighting for the rights of YouTubers out there, making sure that there is minimal hate, being thrown around, and there's consequences if people are doing that. So yeah, sorry, hope I'm not getting off on tangents, but yeah, disabling the comments section, that's one that you've tried before, and it seemed to work, fairly well. And another one is not showing how many people like and dislike a video. This one, some people would think that this wouldn't matter, but in actuality, because I know on YouTube you can toggle between showing how many people liked and disliked and just showing the like thumb and the dislike thumb, and nobody knows how many likes and dislikes there have been. Only the content creator knows that. And I think that would actually be a really valuable asset to add to videos. I personally don't think the dislike button should be available on YouTube. I actually think the comment section, people spout enough negativity in a comment section. We don't need like a dislike button as well. I think we should just do the like button like Instagram and Twitter does and everything. I wish they would change that. But changing it to not show how many people like and dislike and just giving people the option to hit the like or dislike, I think that would help, just because I think people looking at that like and dislike button, they're just going to go, I just think it's going to influence them. They're going to say, oh my God, look how many people are disliking, this as opposed to liking. And I think that would really be a catalyst to start them to write more negative stuff in the comment section. So if they don't know that, they don't know what's going on, they could think, oh, well, maybe this video is getting a ton of likes and no dislikes, So I just think it would be less influential for people to want to write negative things if they don't know what the like and dislike number is. So that's what I was thinking. So could try that. And another thing you could do is only focus on the likes that you see in a like on Instagram, like on an Instagram picture, instead of like maybe reading Instagram comments, just focusing on the likes on there, because luckily there's no dislike button. And same with YouTube or any of that. Twitter, luckily there's only a like button there. So it's like just focusing on the likes and not reading any of the comments to give that mental break and saying, oh, look how many people like, because I know it's so easy to want to probe further and say, oh, look at all there's thousands of likes, but well, let's see if there's any people unhappy, disliking it. It's our human curiosity to want to probe further, and that can kind of create, just more of a difficult issue, because, it's like we were happy with what we saw with the likes, but then all of a sudden we start reading the comments, and if we start seeing some negative stuff, it starts ruining all the likes that we got, because our brain tends to want to focus on the negative more. So choosing a day or a couple of days to say, okay, today I'm not going to read comments, I'm just going to focus on the likes today, and I'm just going to be happy with that, So that could be, just another thing to implement. So, yeah. So that's number 4. And yeah, number 5 here, setting yourself a time limit each day as to how much you read comments. So yeah, I was thinking, as in addition to the just focusing on the likes thing, it's like, if you want to look at like some comments, you could do a time limit. Say, okay, I'm going to only look at 10 minutes worth of comments. I'm just going to pick Instagram or something and just look at a few, or just look at 10 minutes in YouTube or something. You might do this stuff already, I'm not sure, but these are just things I'm thinking of that would help me. So yeah, you can just set yourself a time limit of, I'm just going to look for 10 minutes today, and that's all I'm going to do, and focus on the likes the rest of the time, and that's it. So yeah, for me, I think that would be real helpful for me, is doing a time limit. And which leads me to the next one is, instead of a time limit, you could just read a certain amount of comments. You could say like, okay, I'm focusing on the likes today. I'm just looking at the likes, and I'm gonna just pick 20 comments to read. The first 20 I come to, or I'll just close my eyes and scroll down and just pick 20 comments and read those 20, and I won't read any more. Because I know it can be a real issue, because throughout the day you're going to want to keep checking and checking to see what more people are saying and more people are saying. And it can get overwhelming, I would think it would get real overwhelming, and your brain, if it keeps seeing negative comments, it's going to keep wanting to, that's all your brain will talk about is the negative comments you're seeing, and it will disregard all the hundreds of positive comments out there. I don't know why God wired our brain for negativity, but it's like we seem to want to focus on the negative even when we see all this positive stuff going on. I have that problem. So I work on that all the time. It's like focusing on the positive stuff and not letting my brain pull me over into the negative things it wants me to see. So yeah, it's like there's 20 positive comments, and that one negative comment feels like it kind of ruins the 20 positive. It's kind of like that kind of thing. So yeah, just setting yourself either a time limit or a comment limit. Like, I'm just going to read this amount today and I'm stopping. So yeah, that's just kind of like, I guess, taking control and saying, I'm not going to let the comments run me or ruin my day or get me down kind of thing. I'm going to take control, and I'm going to limit what I see. So that's another one I would highly recommend that I would do. So yeah, and then number 7 is just taking a break altogether from reading anything. Just saying, well, today I'm not going to read any comments at all, and you might already do that, I'm not sure. It's all about putting yourself first, and doing what's best for you, and yeah, just keeping in that positive, I'm losing my train of thought. That positive, healthy mindset for healthy mental health, and taking care of yourself first, and saying, yeah, I'm not going to read any comments today, or so yeah, it's like, I know I do that, and I know I've seen there's other YouTubers that they don't even look at their YouTube comments. They don't look at a single one. They post their video and everything, and they might look at the likes and dislikes, and then that's it. They don't go read comments or anything like that. They just post a video, so yeah. I'm sure all different YouTubers have tried all different things, so looks like this is going to run out soon. I might have to stop it and then continue it. So let me do that real quick. Let me stop it and then continue. Okay, so picking back up here where I left off. So it's like if you take breaks, and it's like, I'm not going to look at comments at all today. It's like that doesn't mean you still can't like post videos, you know, or post on Twitter, you know, and look at the likes and everything. It's like you can post and because I love your positive affirmations that you post, Eugenia. They're so uplifting, and you come up with some amazing ones. So seeing those positive affirmations that help so many people, those are amazing. So yeah, it's like I'm not gonna read any stuff today. I'm gonna post some positive affirmations. I got a new video I'm gonna post. You know, stuff like that. So post a picture on Instagram or do some Instagram stories, just stuff like that to give your mind a break from all that and everything. So I'm sure taking a break from thousands of people, because I'm sure I would get overwhelmed. You know, I would get pretty overwhelmed. So yeah, that's number 7. Oh yeah, okay. So number 8 here. Yeah, and this just a little bit of streaming stuff, because I know stream is a live thing. So, and your moderators are always there to help out and do excellent job. Emo J does great. Robotoxin, they all do great jobs and everything. And I know they always have your best interest in mind with keeping you safe on the live platform. So yeah, I think one of the things I mentioned to you was having followers only mode active all the time. And I know most streamers do that. And I know I think you keep followers only mode only active if like a bot comes in or something. But you know, maybe you could like try a stream or two where it's followers only the entire time, you know, because that would really cut down on if people would come in and say, you know, very unpleasant, not very nice things. So, and I know some people or some streamers do sub only mode, and I'm pretty sure you wouldn't do the subscribe only mode. Because it's the ability to chat. I think anybody can watch your stream, but to chat, you can do followers only mode to only if you're following you can chat, and same with the sub. Only if you're a subscriber you can chat, something like that. But I would recommend the followers only mode, you know, active all the time, because that would cut down on a lot of unnecessary stuff in there, you know. Gosh, when people come in and say mean stuff, you know, it just makes me so upset that they do that, you know. Oh gosh, you know, I just wish there was something I could do like right away, you know. It's like I just want to make them not post stuff like that. It's like, what are you thinking? Why would you write something like that? You know, it's just nuts to me, you know. So yeah, so the followers only mode. And let's see. Yeah, yeah, it's like you could, I guess, because I know, like if someone like will say something, you'll respond to them. Like if they say something negative, it's like maybe you could limit the amount of times you respond to like a negative person in the stream. Because I think sometimes responding to the negative comments could keep more negativity going, you know what I mean, instead of like ignoring it or something like that. Or you could respond to like just one or two of them and just kind of set the record straight, you know, with the people who are just can be so negative, and then the rest of the stream not, you know. Maybe that would be helpful, you know, for and let the moderators deal with the rest of them, you know. So yeah, you know, I know the stream is kind of hard. I really do. You know, the stream is kind of a difficult one, because it's nuts how people would pay money to say something on screen. That's just ridiculous. You know. So yeah. So yeah, I think that's the 9 that I was going to tell you about right off the bat. So, oh yeah, and another thing is starting the day. a lot of our day can be influenced by how we wake up in the morning. So it's like when I wake up in the morning, I can be dealing with some difficult thoughts pretty much every morning because of what I'm going through with being sick with my nervous system, because my nervous system and brain, that's all part of your nervous system. So my brain has negative thoughts quite a bit until, I'm done with recovery and everything and healed. But yeah, my brain can get, I wake up with some negative stuff. So it's like I have to start the day in a certain way. Usually right away, as soon as I wake up, I go to something I love right away before those negative thoughts can start slipping in. So it's like I try and go to a song, or I go to an imagery of a beautiful place I love, or anything, or I'll think of you, Eugenia, like, oh, I wonder how Eugenia is doing. I love her so much, So waking up with something positive, going right to something positive. I know it can be like, I don't know. It could be easy to want to like go on social media and like start looking at stuff, So it's like you could do like, oh, well, today, I'm not going to check social media right away. Today you can start with the positive thoughts. You can inject some imagery in there with some good stuff. And you could go like, this is just an example. You could like meditate, for 10 or 15 minutes or something before going and getting ready for the day, kind of thing. It's like doing something, for ourselves, for our well-being, in our environment, in our safe house, I always like to go through affirmations or gratitude or do prayers, because I do prayers. You can do all these kind of things. These are really good things that you can do before like even getting on social media, to get your mind in your own space, because I know it can be real easy to go, well, I wonder what's going on social media or the news, or, checking stuff like right away, so yeah, I always, do those things like, well, I'm eating breakfast, or I'm in the bathroom taking a shower, I'm going through stuff in my mind and trying to inject that positive imagery. Meditation could be doing that, so yeah, so that's just kind of another recommendation you could try. You might already do that, I'm not sure. So but how we wake up in the day is it could set the tone for the whole day. So changing up that routine could really help and influence positivity throughout the day. So, yes. Is that the last one? Oh, I think I got some more here. And I was thinking as a video idea for you, because you know me, I always love trying to come up with video ideas. I was thinking of, you could make like a internet positivity video, like a video about all the ways to make yourself have a more positive internet experience online, on social media, most of all. So like things that you do to help live a more positive internet social media experience, because I know a lot of people out there would really need to see a video like that. About, stuff I've talked about, or stuff that you might know of, to make the internet and social media just a more positive experience for the user, for that person to take care of themselves and protect themselves in an online environment. So I just think that'd be a great mental health video. So I was like, oh, that would be cool if Eugenie did that. I think a lot of people would love to see something like that, so. And I think I love your mental health videos, so I think that would be really cool to see you do a positive internet social media experience video. So of different techniques and ways to navigate the internet in a positive way, because there's so many youngsters out there that are online, you know, young teens or even younger that are on social media, and it's kind of a scary world, you know. So I think that would be like cool for people to, young people, and of course people of all ages, to be more aware of the positive things to do online for having a more positive experience, you know. So yeah, but anyway, oh yeah, and real quick, stuff that I do on the internet. I have, well, as you know, my account is locked. I know you can't lock your account because you're a public figure, but locking my account helped me a lot. I mean, I know public figures get, you know, way more hate than the average user, you know, and negativity. But it's like I was having kind of a hard time with a lot of negativity I was getting on social media. I haven't been doing it as long as like you have, Eugenia, so it's like over the past years being on social media, it's kind of been a learning curve for me, you know. So I decided to lock the account, you know, because I only really want to interact with you, Eugenia, you know, or if, you know, someone else, you know, if there's a friend that I wanted to be part of my account or someone, you know, just people I know. So yeah. But yeah, I locked my account, and that helped me a lot. Before locking my account, I would block and mute people quite often. I would give them a warning, and a lot of times they would stop. But some that didn't stop, I'd say, "You're blocked. I'm sorry. You know, you had your chance." So yeah, so I kind of got drastic with the blocking and muting, you know, and that really helped a lot with blocking and muting. Another thing I do is limit my intake of what I look at. So I have a real hard time with news, like world news, and like on Twitter, there's a constant news feed on the side. I don't think you can get rid of that. But there's always trending and news headlines, and I get triggered a lot because looking at news and world news, it's almost always negative stuff that's trending, and it is really difficult, you know. So it's like, a lot of times I don't, you know, I'll just avert my eyes. I won't even look at the news section. It's like, well, the next 2 days I'm not looking at any trending news stuff or anything because I get, you know, it gets a little bit overwhelming, you know. All that, I don't know why news headlines have to be so negative, you know, but yeah, I stay away from news at all costs. I don't watch drama videos online. Besides watching your videos, Eugenia, I watch aviation videos. I'll watch a lot of comedy videos, like Big Dawes TV. I don't know if you've seen him. Epic 5 is pretty funny. There's a lot of just comedy YouTubers that I watch that are really uplifting. Mr. Beast is amazing. There's a lot of YouTubers like him that do lots, you know, like people giving money and helping people out in need online. Amazingly, on YouTube, the videos that have the most amount of views seem to be, well, millions of views are ones that are like doing these unbelievable things for people, like, you know, like Mr. Beast does. Like, I donated $20,000 to 4 different streamers, you know, and people get addicted to seeing these positive reactions. So it's interesting. People can get addicted to positivity just as much as negativity. So it just shows you that people can flop. They can flop their negative track to the positive track. So I mean, it's good to see that there's millions of views on videos like that of giving to other people, you know, because it puts me in a good mood instantly when I watch videos like that. So I really limit the type of videos that I watch, and that helps my mental health a lot too. So yeah, so this video is kind of long, 35. This might be almost 40 minutes, but I just wanted to talk about all this stuff, Eugenia. And I'm so sorry. that you and many other public figures have to deal with online hate. It is just so horrible and sad. Sometimes I just think of like, God, I wish I could fix that problem for everyone. I just wish there was a fix for it. It just seems like there's always going to be some negative person online, saying something they shouldn't, so it's like, well, the only thing you can do in the situation is take control of your own life and social media experience and protect yourself, and come up with techniques and ways like this to implement that and get a more positive headspace for mental health. So it's like I don't know what it's like to be a public figure like you do, Eugenia. So I'm trying to put myself in your shoes or another public figure's shoes on. It's like, because I have a YouTube channel, but my videos I make just for you. So I keep thinking, well, if I had a following of thousands of people, how would I navigate this? Hopefully some of these are helpful to you, Eugenia. Maybe you know about them all. Maybe you've tried some of them, and maybe there's others that I don't know of that you do. So, I'd love, if you could message me, Eugenia, and I'm always here for you to talk. I'd love to help you come up with a really helpful plan for your social media experience, because it just hurts to see negative people, say mean things to you and just say mean things to anyone positive. And I just want to help that in some way, So hopefully this helps. If you message me, we could, I'd love to help you come up with a plan. We could come up with things for you to try that might work. Maybe some stuff won't work. We can try some other stuff, but we could brainstorm together. I'd be totally willing to do any of that with you, because I want you to have a healthy online experience, because you're so good at your job and everything. So and I don't know. I just want to help out in any way I can. So, and I'm so sorry that you are dealing with these negative people that say hateful things. It's not right. It just isn't right. So, but okay, I'm gonna end the video. It's almost 40 minutes. So. But anyway, I love you so very much. And there's a video I want to make. There's actually a video I was going to make this time about something that I got, or a few things that are really cool. But I wanted to do this one first because I just think this is the most important thing, is to talk about this stuff. Because I love you so much, and I want to help you in any way that I can. And love to help you with any of this, to help with the online mental health thing, because I just think this is a problem for millions of people out there. So, and what better way than to start helping my favorite person, which is you, Eugenia. So, okay, hope you like the video, and it felt good talking about all this stuff. I don't know. I love I love trying to come up with things like this, helpful things. So hopefully this was a help. So this was a fun video to do and come up with. Love you so much, Eugenia. Mwah. Giving you some kisses, and I love you very, very much. So. I hope you're having a good day or a good night, and okay, I'll see you in my next video. Love you. Bye.